bit nervous. He's not used to all these people, all the lights. Can get a bit of stage fright. You're all right, Joey. Good lad. All right. Good lad. Good lad. Come on, Joey. Hey, Joey. Hey. Whoa, 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 Joey. Easy, boy. Easy. Easy. Good lad. Good lad. Good lad. Here, boy. Come on. Good lad. There you go. Boy. Easy. Good lad. Good boy. Hey, it's Joey. You want to trick you? Here you go. Ow, Joey! Okay. Isn't he amazing? Very quick guided tour of the puppet. So obviously we've got 3 manipulators here, and we've got the head, the heart, and the hind. So if we start with the head, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the construction. The head, like you can see from previous designs, we've got the cane that's been lashed and bent there. You've got the ears made of leather, and you've got the eyes. And the eyes are the only shiny part of the horse. They're made of resin, and that shininess provides a sort of liquidity, which makes us feel that they're wet and alive, and it also allows us to believe that the horse is looking in various directions. We as human beings are extremely fine observers of where eyeline goes, and it tells us what other people are thinking about. So that's really important. The eyeline is going to show us what Joey's aware of, what he's alarmed about. And each of the puppeteers sort of has a technical task and an emotional task. And the sort of emotional indicator for the head is those fantastic ears. And the ears, even more than the eyes, are going to show us where Joey's attention is. So if I do this, you can see that he knows where he's listening. And actually, he uses those like radar. And he can actually follow me around as he moves. But of course, the ears also talk to us a little bit about mood. And in fact, the eyes, we were lucky enough to work with Monty Roberts on a bit of horse behavioural stuff. And one of the original things that we learned, one of the most basic things, is that because we've got forward-facing eyes like predators, it's very disturbing for a horse if you look straight onto them. Once you start facing off to them, your body front and your eyes, it's quite disturbing for the horse. But as soon as I turn my back and offer him my shoulder, he's much calmer and he's much more interested in me. And the ears help to tell us about that his mood there as well. When they're back, like that, he's really distressed, he's either angry or frightened. When they're forward, he's interested in me, and he's alert, and he's happy. And then when the head gets a bit lower and they move out the side, he's a bit more docile, a bit more happy. Wonderful. So then we move on to the heart puppeteer. And the mechanism that he's got there is the legs, and by squeezing that trigger that's at the top of the legs there, that leg curls, and you can see that by activating the knee, the ankle, the bit that we might think of as the ankle, is activating as well, and that's an evolution from the hyena's paw that you saw earlier. He's also got the responsibility of telling us about the weight of the horse. There's no weight going through those horses' legs, it's all going through his own legs, but every time that hoof hits the floor, he's got to tell us about the weight of the horse hitting the ground. And possibly one of the smallest mechanisms on the horse is possibly one of the most important. The axle connecting those two legs is located in a slot. That means that when the puppeteer bends his knees, what we see the horse do is breathing. And the breath's a real emotional indicator. The breath tells us about the physical state of the horse and his attitude. So if he's maybe very alert and frightened, it might be up and sort of tense breathing. He might be exhausted and it goes into a much slower, deeper breath. Or he might be excited or angry, and it might be a bit more frosting. And everybody's backing that up, but beyond the technical aspect of the breath is actually at the heart of Handspring's philosophy about puppetry. Because, as Basil is fond of reminding me, what's the difference between an actor walking on stage and a puppet walking on stage? Well, Basil would suggest that an actor comes on stage and their first point of business is to start telling you about their character and about the story. That's what they do first. A puppet comes on stage and the first thing that has to achieve is being alive. So that's its struggle on stage. It's constantly trying to be alive, and you, as the audience, as you watch it, are also willing it to be alive. You are wanting it to stay alive. If the puppeteers jumped out and ran away, the horse would collapse, it would die. And I think it's partly that fragility of life that makes us so emotionally connected to them, makes us so interested in their life and their existence. People often ask me, why do people have such a strong emotional response to War Horse? And I would suggest it's perhaps because when you bring an amazing puppet like that out onto the stage, subliminally you're saying to the audience, do you want to play? Do you remember how we used to play as kids and we'd have objects and we'd agree together that they were alive? And by not leaving the theatre, subliminally, subconsciously, the audience say, yeah, okay, I'll play. And so whether you're aware of it or not, we're turning you into children. We're allowing you to have an access to an emotional range that you might not normally access in your normal life. We're allowing your imaginations to go to a place where anything is possible. And that feels very exciting to me. That's just my thoughts anyway. So, the Hive here, he's got this fantastic tail, which is made out of Tyvek, which is a type of paper plastic, which is also used on the mane. We struggled long and hard to try and find the right material. For a while we're using this wonderful thin foam stuff which moved beautifully, similar to the Tyvek, moved in the air, fantastic, but it was highly flammable. So we moved on from that as quickly as we could. And the job of the back legs is to tell us about the weight of the horse, the power of those back legs. So everything that, when he's about to launch off into a big move, you can dip into those muscles and we really see that the power is coming from there. And the other exciting thing that he gets to do is control the gait of the horse. So when a horse walks, it walks in 4-time, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when he shifts up into trot, it goes into 2-time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that has to be the choice of the guy in the back legs, because the front legs can't look back and check. So he has to control that. And then they move into gallop, which is a faster 4-time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's a bit tetchy with me now because I'm putting him through his paces. So I think we better send him back to the stable. Thank you very much, Joey. Yeah!
Lucky enough to see the show in New York. It is truly extraordinary. It is unique, it is exciting, it is memorable. On your way out of the theater today, please stop by and be sure to see one of our group sales representatives. They will discuss with you special opportunities that will ensure you and your friends and family will get to see this extraordinary event, this landmark theater event. Also, please be sure to pick up the CTG bag. It does have a very special War Horse gift for you to take home. Now, at the end of this presentation, please join us, if you like, for a Q&A. The Q&A will begin very shortly after this. Finn, would it be possible to meet the puppeteers?
I think we've got to, haven't we? Yeah. Who's on head. Ross Green, who's our heart. And Ian Pierce, who's our hand.
Thank you for coming today. We hope to see you in June and July for War Horse.